Sure, go ahead.
What things do you think you did well in, and what things did you not think you did not do so well in?
Yeah, last week we dropped the game to Blue Springs, and looking at what we did well and what we didn't do well there, we drew some positives and definitely some things that we wish we would have done better. And with a team of their caliber and with their ranking and their record so far, we knew we were going to have to go in and play really good football, and we did for a majority of the night. We're really proud of our first half. Even though we were down at halftime, we jumped out to an early lead. I was pleased with how our kids came out. And, in the start of the game, we were up early 8-0. Got a safety on our first play on defense. And we're all happy with that first half. We got back behind. They had a sack where we fumbled, and they took it back for a touchdown. And then were able to get a stop at the end of the half and then score another time and had a real competitive game. But we had a time in the third quarter and where we didn't do well. We got kind of backed up. We turned the ball over 3 times. They scored on all of them and really put the game away on us right there. So we have to eliminate those times. We knew that, against any team, especially a team like Blue Springs, we can't have a time period like that where we give them easy scores, giving the ball 3 times inside of 25. Yes. Yeah, when you look at, I don't know if there's anything, because we've had good second halves and good first halves, but like I said, in the first half, I was just pleased how we came out and attacked and did some things there and really went toe-to-toe with them there for a while during that half. And we were counting on coming out after halftime and getting a stop and getting the ball back and tying the game up. And, of course, that didn't happen. They put together a nice drive. We had a third down on them where they got a face mask. I guess it would have been a third down. We had a face mask on a call, and they gave them a first down, and then it kind of landslided on us with the turnovers. And we looked at it. We gave up 4 turnovers. All of them led immediately to touchdowns for 28 points, and we lost by 28 points. So it's right there. We definitely know what we did wrong within that. There's other parts of the game too. We missed some opportunities offensively. On defense, we gave up a couple long plays that we have to shore up, and that's what we're working on this week because we have another big test coming up this Friday against another really good team. Yes?
What kind of things are you going to do differently going into this?
Well, when you look at this, hopefully what we do is we go back to what we've been doing all year and taking care of the football. Going into this game, we were plus 10 in our turnover margin, meaning that we had gained the ball 10 more times than we've lost it, and really done a good job on both creating turnovers and being able to keep care of the football. During this game last week, we did create 1 turnover, and then we blocked a punt, or got I guess it really wasn't a block punt, but got him out of the pocket and got a sack on that punt and gave us the ball. So that was one positive we had there with the turnover, but then giving it up 4 times was real negative. So hopefully we get back to that way from what we're doing. We are a team, and it's really no secret, and that our strength is going to be what we've done all year, being able to run the football, be able to complete a high percentage of our passes, and do things in a way where we can move the ball down the field, and that's what we need to get back to. And we struggled when we got behind by a couple of scores, forced us into a game that we're really not very good at, and we're working on getting better at each week. Yes.
Were there any plays that you wish you could have taken back or done differently?
When you look at, I think anytime you look at a game, you wish you could have a playback here or there or do things over, and unfortunately it doesn't work that way. But yes, there were some plays that really hurt us, both on offense and defense. We had a play where we got sacked. If we got the ball off a little bit earlier or had just a little more time to complete it, we feel like we had a receiver open where we need him to be, and things like that. Hindsight are great to see, and you can just work on getting better from it on there. They had a few new wrinkles we haven't seen that they got us a few times before we adjusted to. So sure, there's some things that you've been a little better prepared for, and as coaches, we're looking for that each week. Just trying to get our kids the most prepared they can be going in on Friday night, so they can go out there and do their best. As a coaching staff, we're really pleased with our kids. They've been working hard. They come with a great attitude every day, and just a great group of kids to work with. And, for us, it's enjoyable to be able to go to practice, say, here's what we need to work on, here's what we need to get better, and putting that in front of them, and hopefully we'll see it on this Friday night. Yes?
Speaking of the sack, it took Brock a little while to get up from that. How's he recovering?
He did great. He practiced yesterday. But yeah, he took a really hard hit on that one. by a great player. Their defensive end off that backside did a good job and got in there, and that was a big turning point in that game. Even though it wasn't the first half, it was one where we were going in to score, and it ended up being 7 points for them. So it was a big point. I was proud of him that he jumped back up and ended up, right back up on the next series, and seems to be doing okay. Yes. Well, I think when you look, what improvement have I seen this season from last season? And our senior class, not the senior class, but just our program as a whole, got off to a good early start. And then there's no secret in our schedule. We play some really tough games in the middle of our schedule, whether it be from our league or our district or our non-conference with somebody like Rockhurst or Columbia Rockbridge that are both state ranked and coming in. And for us, what I'm hoping is that we can, continue to improve each and every week, whether it's a win or a loss. And I told our guys when we lost to Ray Peck week 2, and in that really close game, we lost at the end. We learned from that and we grew from it. And I really feel like we came back a better football team after that loss. And hopefully we can do the same thing and look at some of the things that we improved from this last game and just keep getting better and let the wins and losses take care of themselves as they come. We have to be able to worry about ourselves and what we can control within our team. And I'm confident our guys they're committed to doing that each week. Yes?
What do you think some challenges are going to be going up like a team against Rockhurst that's a tough out-of-conference opponent?
It is, and we look at right now, Rockhurst is a program, that's been established for a long time. We have not beat them since 1998 at the varsity level. We haven't played them every year in there, but that was the last time we got a win against them. And I remember I was on the sidelines that night. We kicked a field goal, time running out by a kid named Chris Terrell that went on to kick at KU, and we won that game. And it was a good one of my highlights of memory as a football coach. And, it's a great challenge to be able to play them. They're extremely well coached and a very good football team. And with playing, a tough non-conference like that, we hope that it prepares us for what we'll see down the road, whether it be in Week 10 where we're in that playoffs or further on from that. But I really feel that, they're a great team. They've played a lot of, out-of-state opponents. They lost to the number 1 team from Arkansas and beat the number 1 team in Kansas and Hutchinson, Kansas. And they're going to be a really good challenge for us. But at the same time, I feel like that our league is full of a lot of really good challenging teams this year. With Blue Springs is one of the top teams in the state, and then Blue Springs South, who won state last year. Ray Peck is state ranked. So there's a lot right in our league right now that are great challenges every week. Yes?
Last week you had a lot of luck running David Graves. Didn't work so well this week. Why do you think that was?
Well, I think a lot of it, as a whole, David ran really well this last week, and he averaged, he ran hard. He had good. He's one of those kids that's going to grind out yards every time. He takes care of the football, and I think you just look at what they were doing defensively. They were really geared towards stopping our run, especially when they knew that we were going to be forced into doing some passing situations toward the end. They stacked it up in there and went with some man coverage on us and made it so it was difficult to run. And I was proud of how our O-line kind of responded. We put together a really good drive toward I guess it would be the end of the third quarter going into the fourth quarter and got a score and a 70-yard drive. We had a couple 70-plus yard drives during that game, and those are definite highlights in there, and that comes from consistently running the ball and blocking, doing things right. All right, I think that's it on the questions. I want to thank everybody for coming today, and thanks for all your support as we got this week with Rockhurst and then our homecoming game next week. Thanks.
The weekly Coaches News Conference on KLPS TV is brought to you by Hawthorne Bank, a proud sponsor of Liberty School District. At Hawthorne Bank, we understand the importance of strong community in a strong school district. We also understand the importance of strong financial future for our school district's families and for our local businesses. Hawthorne Bank, with you every step. And by Jackson Hewitt. For all your tax needs, personal or business, rely on tax professionals at Jackson Hewitt and Liberty, a full-service tax preparation professional. Jackson Hewitt.